Did you know that you can do way more with Bitcoin besides just buying it, holding it, and selling it for US dollars? It's a whole world out there. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Uncle Project podcast. I'm your host, Mr. T, 7-year blogging veteran in the Web3 space, and I'm here creating the sickest experience in podcasting 2.0 that'll ever hit your eardrum. Hopefully, you're listening to the Uncle Project podcast on your favorite podcast 2.0 app. If you're ready to power up your podcast player, be sure to check out Fountain FM at fountain.fm. Download the app, search for the Uncle Project podcast, and follow the show. Now let's get into some of those boosts. All right, so no boost today. We're just going to get right into it. So lately, I've been finding like some of the best tools that you can use Bitcoin for on a daily basis. And it's kind of crazy because like I've been in Bitcoin for like almost 8 years now. And like I'm just now finding tools that I can actually use um, to do like really normal things and just somehow interact with the Bitcoin network, um, which is really cool. And like it it wasn't always this way. Like I say, like I've been in Bitcoin for 8 years, and at one point, like the main network, we're kind of seeing some of the same stuff come up again with the ordinals. But at one point, like the main network got like super clogged. And like the transaction fees went super high, and like the main chain got like super slow. And yeah, I didn't really have a way to interact with Bitcoin the way that I really wanted to. And yeah, I had this vision for things that I wanted to do with Bitcoin, but just with the way that things were working out at the time, I wasn't able um, to see that vision through. Um, really, at that time, I didn't really know much about any tools outside of like wallets and exchanges. And probably until recently, that's really that all that there was around. I mean, like casinos and things. Um, but for the most part, it just seemed to be wallets and exchanges, at least from where I was. And some of that is just based on my journey within the whole blockchain space. Um, but yeah, so my vision in the beginning was to, like a lot of people, make a bunch of money in Bitcoin, be able to pay some bills, use a significant portion of my Bitcoin for living expenses, and just be able to build um, within crypto over time. But with some of my hurdles of just seeing the transaction fees and, you know, at that point where the network was getting clogged up, um, it just really kind of made me look at how things were going and see that that probably wasn't going to be a reality, um, or at least with just Bitcoin alone. So kind of had some decision making to do. So started looking to other options. Um, you know, First thing that stood out is to look into some altcoin projects. And that's kind of when I started to see some projects with inflation and things of that sort. Um, and really looking, just me getting into altcoins. A lot of them, they're not that great. Um, yeah, a lot of them suck, honestly. You can find some good ones, but they're really hard to find. Like, you have to almost be lucky to find any good ones. And I did find a good one in Hive, and that's been like the best experience that I've had in crypto overall. We'll talk more about that throughout future episodes. But I did find Hive, but um, like I say, even with finding good altcoin projects, a lot of them, they're always going down versus Bitcoin, no matter how good they are. That's just Bitcoin is king, and that's just what it is. But yeah, so I did get lucky once and found a good altcoin project, but most of them ended up sucking. Um, and the other option was to just keep buying more Bitcoin. But throughout my 8 years in Bitcoin and blockchain, I really wasn't making m- a lot of money to be able to buy Bitcoin like that in the beginning, or for a really long time, actually. And yeah, just buying crypto just really wasn't an option. Um, it just wasn't something that I can afford to do like that. I was fortunate to get into this with people that I think taught me really good habits in crypto, just not putting in more than you're willing to lose, and just, risk management, things like that, just always having at least half your bag of crypto and Bitcoin, and really good practices like that. And, you know, the times that I did have opportunities to buy Bitcoin, um, I got to a point where I didn't want to register my information in a lot of places, and have them like switch up their policies on me, and like um, just make for like an unfavorable situation for myself. Um, yeah. And being that was a thing for me, I did look to some places where I didn't have to register my information to get my hands on some Bitcoin, but a lot of those places you run into like some really risky options, and I think you just open yourself up to get scammed more, you know. But yeah, so now, we're at a place where like development is picking up, and better tools are being um, made that allow us to interact with the Bitcoin network as the adoption picks up. And I've noticed just with the Lightning Network, there's like a big boom in tools that can be used by everyday people for actions that they already do. And with Bitcoin, it's going to work a little bit different than it does with other projects, but I've had that experience of having like just ways of interacting with a blockchain network on a daily basis with Hive, and it's been like super duper amazing. And I feel like it's with the Lightning Network, it's kind of opening that up with Bitcoin, which is something that I've wanted for a really long time. But yeah, it's nice to see the technology catching up to what my vision of it is. Um, but yeah, so today we're going to be talking about three of my favorite tools that I think m- a lot of people would find a lot of use of on a daily basis. Um, I am going to talk about some that you can use to earn some extra satoshis. Um, none of this stuff is going to make you like super rich or anything. But yeah, just as far as like tools that everyday people can use on a daily basis, we're going to be breaking some of that down. So yeah, let's get into it. Right. So first tool we're going to look at is Adslice. So with Adslice, you're basically just selling your browsing data on certain websites to um, advertisers, basically, or at least that's kind of how it works in my head. So with this, um, it's going to be on sites, that you're already on, like YouTube, Twitch, and X. And you're going to be spending time looking at content on those websites. So, and they're going to be tracking your data, but you might as well, you know use that data to earn some extra Bitcoin while you're looking at your favorite YouTube videos or your favorite Twitch streams, or while you're scrolling through Twitter, or looking at or listening to some spaces on X. um you know it's just, why not? So how it works, I've been using Adslice for a while, but they're just like little embedded ads kind of off to the side for the most part, that I barely even notice that they're there. um like sometimes I don't know if they always have ads going. But yeah, they have like little embedded ads on those websites like YouTube, Twitch, and X. And per ad that they present to you, you get like some of their slice tokens that you can redeem for sats. So yeah, really cool program. Over time, like for the more influencer types, you can build your crew on there, and you earn a little bit based on the percentage of um, how much they're earning. And it's at no expense to them, it's just some extra bonus. And um, also, if you're a Twitch streamer, you can get your viewers using Adslice. And as a creator, you get like some extra bonuses for them using the plugin while they're watching your stream, which is really cool. So, they can support your stream for free, basically, without even having to do a subscription, which I think is really cool. Um, which I know a guy that I think could actually use that. One of the guys that I watch his stream a lot, and he shares, uh, his rewards with his viewers. So I'll have to let Captain DJ know about Ad Slice. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so um, you know, streamers, they can work with their viewers, um, to where they can both get a little bit more Bitcoin, while in their streams. And they also have like short little surveys that you can do. Um, it's a really full app. It's a lot like a old app that I can't think of the name of. I want to say it was called like Ad Swag or like Survey Swag or something like that. But yeah, it's a lot like that program, but it's just for well, it's not just for Bitcoin. You can accept payments through PayPal as well, but you can earn Sats through the Lightning Network. Shout out to the Lightning Network for bringing really cool tools to us like Adslice. Right. Next tool we have is Lolly. And again, with this, you're just leveraging the ability to be able to sell some of your data to earn a little bit of extra uh, Bitcoin. So with Lolly, they have a really cool Sats back program, kind of like a lot of the cashback program apps that they have out there. And we've got to eat and we've got to buy things, so yeah, we might as well use um, some programs to get some extra sats back, by selling some of our purchasing data. Why not? um, if you are more of a privacy focused person, then yeah, this might not be um, y- your thing. But yeah, if you're open to it, sell some of that data and get you some sats back. So with this, how it works is you can connect a lot of your um, credit and debit cards to the Lolly app. And whenever you make purchases at certain places, um, you earn like a certain percentage of sats back on those purchases. And they have like a lot of really common stores on there. Walmart, Target, I think is on there. Best Buy, I know I saw Best Buy, Microsoft if you want to get a computer. But yeah, they have like a lot of places that they allow you to earn sats back on, um, just within the app, which is really cool. They also do like certain promotions within certain stores. Um, and I don't know how long they run those. Like I say, I'm just now kind of getting into the Lolly app. And man, I really did some digging around to find another good program for you all. Like I don't want to promote like junk to you all. But yeah, um, really did some digging around to find Lolly. But yeah, um, yeah, you can earn sats on your purchasing data. You can also get some sats by hitting, like they have like a little loot box that you can hit. And it says that you can earn up to $100 in the loot box in sats. Um, you can hit it like once a day and earn some sats, but I think they tell you the $100 just to get you in there doing your hits on your loot box, which is cool. I get it. But you do get to stack some daily sats with the loot box. But yeah, really cool program overall. Um, yeah, just why not stack some sats while you shop? You know, it's almost passive, almost passive. Shout out to Lolly. All right, so last tool that we'll talk about is actually going to be a tool for buying things with Bitcoin. And man, you can buy almost any and everything using this tool with Bitcoin. Um, and like it's really shocking how much they have that you can buy with Bitcoin. And with this tool, you're gonna need to have like more um, Bitcoin than what you can earn from using Lolly or Adslice to be able to purchase a lot of these things. But every once in a while, you'll be able to earn up enough to get like a gift card using this next tool. And that tool is Bit Refill. And yeah, like I say, Bit Refill is just a super cool app. You can buy like gift cards for any and everything. Um, a lot of places, I think you can pay your bills with Bitcoin using Bit Refill. Um, but yeah, it's just a matter of like they have like restaurants, um, like hardware stores. You can get things for your car. Um, like you can get Airbnb, pay for hotels. It's like insane how much they have that you can get with Bitcoin. Prepaid cards, Amazon cards. I think they have eBay on there as well. It's really super cool. But yeah, so on Bit Refill, it's just a matter of finding what kind of card that you want. You just enter the amount that you need in USD. You send over your Bitcoin. You can use Ethereum too, but yeah, you send over your Bitcoin, and you can use the main chain Bitcoin or Lightning Network um, to save up on some fees, and then you're able to use a digital version of that gift card. I think that's how it works. I think it's always going to be a digital version, or like it just you make a purchase, um, and you receive whatever item you purchase, type of deal. But yeah, um, their whole thing was just making it to where you can live bankless on with Bitcoin. And now that we have the Lightning Network here, you can save on fees while you do it as well. And with Bit Refill, it just really brought me closer to my overall vision of being able to like use um, Bitcoin a lot more, like on a daily basis, and just being able to use it to take care of like a significant portion of my daily living expenses, just as far as like things that I need to purchase just to live and be a normal person, out here in the world. um, and yeah, like the other two apps, you can kind of generate not an income, but you can get you some bonuses every once in a while to get you an extra gift card or two from Bit Refill, if you'd like. So yeah, really amazing tool. I'd highly recommend anybody who's like a real serious Bitcoiner and is looking to use Bitcoin as like a daily living tool. Um, I'd almost say you have to have Bit Refill. You're going to be needing to buy Bitcoin, regularly, but you're going to need bit refill as well, for sure. All right. So just wanted to point out that these amazing apps are affiliates of the Uncle Project podcast, and I'll have links for all of these in the show notes. But yeah, um, you know, a lot of these tools, they're available for us now, especially with the Lightning network here, allowing us to use these tools without having to pay like crazy fees with each transaction. Um, a lot of the ones that you earn Bitcoin with, you're going to have to put in a little bit of work with those programs like Lolly and Adslice, but it gets to a point to where it's basically passive sat stacking, and yeah, if there's a marketplace somewhere, then yeah, there's an opportunity for us to stack some sats, selling our data. And yeah, the whole goal in all of this is, yeah, we want to hold and see the price go up, but at the end of the day, um, I think it's better that we get to a point where we use the technology, and bit refill is definitely the best tool that I've seen in crypto to make that possible, to really live bankless. So yeah, it's going to be all for the day. Thank you for listening to another amazing episode of the Uncle Project podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss out on any future episodes, and share the show to your favorite social medias. Speaking of social media, did you know that you can earn Bitcoin via the Lightning Network on your favorite websites like YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch? Go to the show's affiliate link at bit.ly/UPP-slice to download the Adslice browser extension and start stacking sats while viewing content on all of your favorite social medias today. Be sure to download the Uncle Project podcast favorite podcast player, Fountain.fm, available for both Android and iOS. Stack sats via the Lightning Network while listening to your favorite shows. Earn Bitcoin when you create clips of your favorite episode moments. And boost your favorite podcast host Bitcoin with super low fees via the Lightning Network. Download the Fountain FM app and boost the Uncle Project podcast with a message to have your message read following the intro on future episodes of the podcast. Catch you all on the next episode. Peace.